Some car crashes happen so fast that witnesses swear they watched a movie, not real life. Tonight, we're diving into the most shocking car crash stories of all time. Flips, falls, and near-death moments where people should not have survived, but somehow did. Stick around until the end, because the last story will change the way you look at every road you drive on. Our first story takes place on a busy California freeway just after sunset. A young driver, running late for work, pushed his small sedan past 90 miles per hour, weaving through traffic like he was in a video game. But one tiny mistake sent his car sideways, and what happened next made witnesses pull over and cry. As he tried to change lanes one more time, the rear tire clipped a concrete divider. In an instant, the car snapped sideways, dug into the pavement, and launched into the air, flipping end over end across 4 full lanes of traffic. People slammed on their brakes, watching this gray blur tumble like a crushed soda can. By the time the car finally slammed to a stop, it was a crushed shell facing the wrong direction. Drivers rushed out, expecting to find a lifeless body in the wreck. Instead, the door creaked open, and the young man stumbled out, shaken, bleeding a little, but somehow able to stand. Our second story comes from a narrow mountain road in Colorado. A family of 4 was driving home after a weekend trip when a surprise patch of black ice sent their car sliding toward the outer edge of the cliff. There were no guardrails, just a drop so deep that people usually refused to look over it. The car didn't immediately fall. Instead, it came to rest with its front half hanging in midair, rocking gently above the drop while the back wheels barely clung to the road. Inside, the family sat frozen, afraid that even a deep breath might send them over. Other drivers stopped and formed an instant rescue team. One man quietly crawled to the back of the car, opened the rear door, and helped the family climb out one by one, crawling backward on their bellies so the car wouldn't rock. Minutes after the last person reached solid ground, the empty car finally slid forward and disappeared into the fog below. Our final story begins on a dark, rainy highway just outside a big city. A driver in a small hatchback was heading home after a long shift, fighting to keep his eyes open as the wipers scraped across the windshield. Up ahead, an accident had already stopped traffic, but he didn't see the danger until it was almost too late. In a flash of light, the driver finally noticed a wall of red brake lights stopped in front of him. He slammed the brake pedal so hard his foot went numb, and the car started to skid, turning sideways on the wet pavement. Behind him, other drivers were doing the same, and for a few terrifying seconds, it looked like dozens of cars would pile into each other. Every one of these stories could have ended in tragedy, and for many people in similar crashes, they do. But the survivors you've just seen all had the same 3 things on their side: seatbelts, a little bit of luck, and people around them who refused to look away. So, the next time you're tempted to speed, to grab your phone, or to drive when you're exhausted, remember these moments, because on the road, one tiny decision can be the difference between a scary story and a story that never gets told.